Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley battled Io Sky and Naomi in a triple threat match for the latter's Women's World Championship at WWE SummerSlam 2025. After an incredible display, the bout ended with the Glow securing the victory and retaining the gold. However, Naomi has been scheduled to defend the title in a one-on-one match against Io Sky on tonight's episode of Raw. The bout was made official last week after Sky asked for a rematch, since she wasn't the one who was pinned in the title match at the biggest party of the summer. That said, while the former Women's World Champion will look to regain the title tonight, Rhea Ripley might turn heel and cost her the gold in a shocking twist. During a backstage segment on the Red brand last week, Naomi told Sky that nothing could make her happier than to beat the latter for the title. Given this incident, Ripley might attack the genius of the Sky during her championship match tonight against Naomi and cost her a potential Women's World title win. This could be the Triple H-led creative team's plan of having Naomi return to being a heel, since she is seemingly not as dominant as a babyface. This angle is speculative as of this writing, and fans will have to wait and see the turn of events tonight on Raw. Many viewers believe that Rhea Ripley's career as a babyface has seemingly reached a plateau. This has been proven by the numerous losses she's sustained in her attempts to regain the Women's World Championship since losing it to Io Sky on the March 3 episode of Raw. Arguably, Naomi has seemingly achieved more success in her career as a heel than as a babyface. Hence, Ripley potentially turning heel could reintroduce her as an unstoppable force and enable her potential to be fully utilized. She could finally regain her place at the top of the women's division as a world champion. That said, this angle is speculative, and Rhea Ripley returning to a heel character hasn't been confirmed. Only time will reveal what the Triple H-led creative team has in store for the superstar. Bethel is a WWE writer at Sportskeeda Wrestling with a bachelor's degree from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. He has also attended a virtual school where he was certified in effective communication in English. His grasp of the language and his utmost dedication to researching and verifying information help him ensure he is unbiased, practical, and non-judgmental as he writes about the world of pro wrestling. When he looks back at how he got hooked onto WWE, Bethel particularly recalls WrestleMania 30 in 2014. Here he saw and became an avid supporter of Roman Reigns for his courage and boldness. However, his all-time favorite is WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin, because of his rebellious ways and how he would thumb his nose at authority. All of this has led Bethel to work for multiple institutions. He quickly learns the content guidelines and completes his and the company's targets effortlessly. One of the highlights of his career was covering WrestleMania 41 in 2025. The WWE Universe has witnessed countless shifts in power, alignments, and allegiance, but every so often, a heel turn comes along that redefines the main event landscape. As speculation heats up heading into tonight's WWE Raw, whispers backstage and subtle on-screen clues have fans buzzing with one burning question: is Rhea Ripley about to turn heel? The Eradicator has already cemented herself as one of the most dominant women in WWE history. A fierce competitor with a punk rock edge, Ripley has commanded respect from fans regardless of alignment. But in recent weeks, signs are pointing toward a dark evolution, or perhaps a return to the ruthless side of Ripley that once bulldozed her path to the top. If she turns heel tonight, it could spark one of the most compelling character shifts of 2025. Let's explore the potential, the timing, and the massive fallout that could result from such a turn. Rhea Ripley's trajectory since WrestleMania 39 has been nothing short of meteoric. Her dominance in Judgment Day, her championship reigns, and her aura of fearlessness have made her a fan favorite, even when aligned with villainous figures like Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. Yet, over the last few months, subtle creative pivots suggest WWE may be preparing her for a shift. The once dominant faction has shown cracks, whether it's internal tensions, poor outcomes in tag matches, or the spotlight drifting more toward the rising stars of the women's division. Ripley's character has started to feel constrained. For someone once dubbed the Nightmare, her current role feels, at times, like she's towing the line between menace and crowd pleaser. That's a fine balance, but one that can't last forever. Tonight's Raw could be the perfect storm. with Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria, and Liv Morgan all circling the top of the division. A sudden heel turn by Ripley could blow the competition wide open. The most obvious setup: Liv Morgan. Despite their mutual respect and temporary alliance in recent matches, Liv's rising popularity makes her a perfect target for betrayal. Imagine Liv and Ripley teaming up against a common threat, only for Ripley to blindside her with a chair shot post-match. This moment would be poetic. Ripley helped elevate Morgan in the eyes of fans. Turning on her would not only send shockwaves through the locker room, but reposition Ripley as a feared villain, not a pseudo-antihero. Another scenario could play out within Judgment Day itself. What if Ripley, fed up with the group's recent failures and inner turmoil, turns on Dominic or Damian Priest? Perhaps she asserts herself as the true leader of the group, or destroys it entirely to go solo once again. She could cut a scathing promo: "I carried this group on my back. Without me, you're all nothing." The fallout? A reign of chaos where Ripley becomes a wildcard, targeting anyone, men or women, who stands in her way. With Becky Lynch continuing to build steam as a heroic force in the women's division, Rhea interfering in one of her matches to cause a disqualification or loss would instantly ignite a marquee feud. A heel Ripley versus babyface Lynch program heading into a premium live event would be pure box office. Imagine the visual: Lynch laid out in the center of the ring, Ripley standing over her, smirking as the crowd rains down boos. It's the kind of visual WWE thrives on. With the women's division undergoing a massive creative overhaul, now is the time to shake things up. While Ripley has enjoyed popularity as a dominant face or tweener, her true power lies in being feared, not cheered. Her look, her demeanor, and her in-ring style naturally lend themselves to a heel persona. And WWE knows how to capitalize on momentum. With younger stars like Tiffany Stratton, Roxanne Perez, and Lyra Valkyria climbing the ranks, the company needs a monstrous heel to act as a foil. And who better than Ripley? Turning her heel now would give fresh faces someone to chase while re-establishing Ripley as the undisputed terror of the division. Moreover, with Survivor Series and Royal Rumble on the horizon, building a dominant heel Ripley now sets the stage for massive long-term storytelling into WrestleMania 41. Of course, turning Rhea heel isn't without risk. She's one of the few stars in WWE whose popularity crosses demographic lines. Children, hardcore fans, and casual viewers all love her. Turning her could alienate a portion of her fanbase, but that's exactly what makes the turn more powerful. The best heel turns happen when the audience feels it. Think of Bayley's betrayal in 2019. Think of Becky's punch heard round the world in 2018. Even though it backfired into a babyface run, Ripley's turn, if booked carefully, could elicit those same shocked, gut-punched reactions. And that's when wrestling is at its best. If Ripley does turn heel tonight, the WWE creative team has several tantalizing paths forward. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch at Survivor Series. Ripley versus Valkyria, teacher versus student, with bitter betrayal layered into the feud. A complete destruction of Judgment Day, leading to a new heel faction built around her. An intergender dominance angle, with Ripley asserting herself as a threat to everyone on the roster, echoing her early NXT days when she manhandled Robert Stone and squared up to male superstars. Whatever path is chosen, Ripley has the star power to carry the division. Rhea Ripley's heel turn, if it happens on tonight's Raw, won't just be a storyline swerve. It could mark a new era for the WWE Women's Division. With her natural charisma, terrifying presence, and unmatched athleticism, a darker, more vicious Ripley would not only raise the stakes but force everyone around her to evolve or be crushed. So, as the lights dim and the Raw opening pyro explodes across the screen, keep your eyes on Mommy, because if the nightmare is truly back, then no one, friend or foe, is safe.